Hi, everybody. This is a video series on how to study science. This video is used for students who are from 4th standard till post-graduation. Those students who are interested to study science, but they are finding difficulty to study science. Dear students, science is such a wonderful subject. Let me start first with defining what is science. Science is a word derived from a Greek word called scientia, which means to know something. So today, in parlance, we use not just a single word, we use another word along with that. So science and technology. So what exactly is science and what exactly is technology? If you understand these two words' meanings, then you'll get a lot of interest in studying science, and you'll come to know how easy it is to enjoy studying and learning science topics. And also I'll tell you important branches of science and how you should master it, and how even you can select science as your career. Fine. Science is not just related to studies, students. Science is every day. We breathe science every day. 24 hours we breathe science. See, we breathe oxygen. We have a science inside that. We wear dress. This is science inside that. Look around things around you. It can be all the items that you have in your home, in your office, in your classroom, in your school, everything. We have a science. We have physics in laptop. You have physics in ceiling fan. You have what? Chemistry in the food that you eat, yeah, biology in plants and animals and human body. So everything around is knowing about that, what matters you. Okay, so let me start first with science. As I said, science is all about knowing something, and technology is the application of science. The knowledge you have gained in science, technology is where you're going to apply that knowledge practically. So studying science is not that much difficult. Only thing is you should know how to study science. Here, I'll take commonly main three branches of science: physics, chemistry, and biology. Up to 12th standard, these three subjects are very common for science students. Am I right? So if you are very good in science and mathematics till 10th standard, surely you will select science as your +1, +2 as your subject. If you're interested to do medicine or engineering, dental or homeopathy or any such areas. Basically, if you're preparing for any competitive exams, science plays a very, very important role. Fine. So dear students, let me start with why to study science. Science is such a subject where each and everything you have to learn very carefully, and every minute details are very, very important. Not only from your academics or studies or exam point of view, from our everyday point of view. So science plays a very important role. So studying science will help you to understand your environment much better. Okay. Why? Then how to study science? Let me start first with physics. Physics is a subject which is based on principles. Principle means a thing should work like this. For example, let us take a ceiling fan. A ceiling fan rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. Why? Because when the ceiling fan rotates in an anti-clockwise direction, the wind comes from top to bottom. That is the principle in which the ceiling fan works. So if the principle is applied, that's the logic, then the ceiling fan works. What happens when a ceiling fan rotates in clockwise direction? All the wind will go from bottom to top. So physics, you take any topics in physics, optics, you take electricity, or you take any topic, it is based on sharp, pure principles. So to learn physics, you have to first understand principles. For example, let's take Newton's laws: first law, second law, third law. A very famous third law says, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So that is the principle. When you throw a ball onto the wall, the speed which you have thrown, it will come back at the same speed. See, if you have thrown at the speed of 100 km/h, it will come back at the same speed, 100 km/h. That is the principle. So once you understand the concept, the principle, then you can apply that knowledge practically. You can solve any problems in physics very easily. Once the principle is learned, then you can understand the formula very easily. Once you understand the formula, then you can convert the formula in problem solving. So three areas in physics: understand the principles, then understand the formulas. If these two are clear, then solving the problems will become very easily. And most important in physics is the basics. What you learn in your middle school, the basics as for high school. What you have basics in high school will become basics for your foundation for your intermediate. What you had, basics and intermediate, become a foundation for your engineering or medicine. Let us come to chemistry. Chemistry is all about elements. You can see in the background, the periodic table of elements. There are 118 elements. The whole chemistry works on elements. You have to understand what are elements, how many type of elements are there, how elements are divided. So they are metals, non-metals, gaseous, noble gases, lanthanides, actinides. What are these things? When two elements combine together, what you call that? So one element plus another element combines to form a compound. So what is an element? What is a compound? How many types of elements are there? What are the uses of these elements? You should know the atomic number of the element. And you don't have to remember all the 118 elements of the periodic table. At least you should have the knowledge of 40 elements like gold, silver, manganese, magnesium, sodium, calcium, hydrogen, helium, because these are commonly we keep hearing every day. Am I right? And you should also know the uses of these elements, the properties, both physical as well as chemical properties of the elements, properties of compounds. You should understand how the reactions happens, at what temperature it happens, and what brokers or what catalyzes the reaction, and what conditions the reaction happens. So chemistry is all about understanding the reactions. So if you want to be very good in chemistry, you should have a solid knowledge of chemical elements and chemical compounds. If you remember the names and molecular formulas or structural formula of the elements and compounds, chemistry will become easy for you. Next, come to biology. How to study biology? Biology is divided two branches, botany and zoology. Botany is study of plants and zoology is study of animals. Okay. The common thing I have observed in students' difficulty in remembering biology. Biology is such a beautiful subject, a very enjoyable subject, just like a story. The more you read, the more interest you get. But the problem is remembering these scientific terms or names, Greek, Latin names. For example, for every common plant names, there is a scientific name. For every common animal name, there is a scientific name. For example, let us take the common name for touch me not plant is called Mimosa pudica. Okay. For example, the common name for horse and its scientific name is Equus equus. So for every common name, there's a scientific name. Then comes understanding how the internal parts of the body, the internal parts of the plant, you have to remember the names of the parts, the functions of that. All these things come. So biology is purely a memory-based subject. You have to understand and you have to have a very good memory in remembering all the facts associated with biological information. Okay, but in physics and chemistry, you read memory plus understanding and analysis. You should be very good in analyzing the information in physics and chemistry. Okay, but in biology, you should have an excellent memory power. Between physics and biology, in chemistry, 50% is understanding and analysis, and 50% is pure memory power. So you cannot by heart the topics in science. You have to understand and then you have to remember that. So to remember, most of the topics can be learned by understanding, but to remember certain topics in biology that use memory techniques like mnemonics, okay, number mnemonics. Then you have to use link methods. You can use flashcards, memory cards. You can use mind maps, concept maps. So variety of techniques are available today where you can learn science topics which you find difficulty to remember. But one thing is clear, if you want to score out of out marks in science, then you should know how to study science, whatever it may be. But don't focus on by hearting. Ratta method is not allowed here. Okay. And another part, if you want to enjoy science in deeper level, after studying some topic, say your teacher taught you some topic in classroom, don't just come and study in home. Studying means developing intelligence on that particular topic. Developing intelligence on that particular topic. Say, just come and ask yourself, the color of the sky is blue. Why? The color of the leaf is green. Why? If ask a color of the leaf is green because of chlorophyll, ask why. The color of the sky or the ocean is blue color. Why? So you have to understand, if you cut onion, you get tears from our eyes. Why? So whole science rotates around why questions. When you ask why, your mind starts working. Curiosity. you start digger and deeper, you'll start getting the answers for that. So the more you know, the more questions you ask, why, then the more deeper you'll get understanding the topics in science. So it is a short video I made. If you find it very useful, please share this video with your friends, let them make use of it. But one thing I tell you, science is a wonderful subject. It's all about knowing. Just don't just learn science. Try to apply it practically. See where it is applied practically in the real world. If you go to internet and type the uses of science or a particular topic, where it is applied, you'll get a lot of information from that. Thank you for watching for this new video. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please subscribe this video and share this video with your friends. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.